welcome back to This Last Moment. I hope everyone is doing groovily. Today I am here barefaced and with wet hair because I'm going to do a chatty get ready with me. The hair unfortunately is going to stay this way because anyone with curly hair can tell you that drying it is just a complete frizzy no-go. But I really wanted to have a chat with you about what's been going on recently. And also it's a good opportunity to check in and tell you about some of the cruelty-free favourites, hard to say, that I've been enjoying recently, and also about anything that I'm just trying to use up. So yeah, hopefully you enjoy. And let's get to it. So I always start with concealer. This is a very well loved Lasting Perfection, I believe it's called, concealer by Collection 2000. Which is not the best like tone out there, but the shade is spot on. It's just right for my pale skin. So I always start with that, and I use it as an eyeshadow base as well. So to fill you in on what has been going on for the last week or so, I woke up, I think it was Thursday morning, having found that I had had a seizure in my sleep, because this is about to get very real and unglamorous, but hey ho, that's what Get Ready With Me's are for. Because I had bit my tongue to pieces, and I will spare you the visuals of that because it looks terrible. But I had bitten down one side of my tongue really badly, and I had also wet the bed, which as a 25-year-old woman, I am a very long way away from that being a normal occurrence. So that was really spooky and unsettling, especially because it had happened once before, and when it happened before, I didn't think to go seek medical advice, maybe just because it was the first time that it ever happened. I just thought hopefully this is a one-off, but it's the second time in about 2 months. So so it meant that I went to my GP on Thursday morning, and he advised that I went straight to A&E and forwarded a load of medical information to sort of make things a bit speedier, because anyone who lives in the UK can tell you that our accident and emergency department is always very slow. When we got to our local one, it was saying that there was a 4-hour wait, which if you're German is ridiculous. I know that I had a German friend stay over and she was really shocked and appalled by how long it took. But that is what free healthcare looks like in the UK. So I got to A&E, had a little bit of a wait, and then they admitted me into hospital, which was the first time I'd ever spent a night in hospital. I'd been into hospital before, but always on kind of a daily basis where I had to come home afterwards. Oh, I should probably tell you what I'm about to put on my face. This is the Glossier Skin Tint, and as I have kind of combination skin, I'm a little bit more probably oily than I am dry. This probably isn't designed for my skin type. I find it really sheer and just not as exciting as I thought it was going to be. So yeah, if you've seen all the hype about this, then I'm afraid to burst your bubble, but yeah, if you've got a similar skin type to me, just be prepared. So I was admitted into hospital, which was fun, and I was on a ward with some very lovely old ladies who were all very ill and confused. One of them kept taking her oxygen mask off, much to everyone's annoyance. Oh, cat splash jump. Nope, not in frame. There we go, Alf. So yeah, admitted into hospital, and basically they decided to refer me as an outpatient to the epilepsy clinic. So I don't know currently what caused it. It could be that the mental health medication I was on beforehand caused it, or that I had the mental health problem in the first place because I was coming down with epilepsy. So we don't really know. I think it was a CT scan, and that was like rather fun actually, like being in a big white, it looked like an MRI machine, if I remember correctly what those look like. It was a big white circle that you get moved into, and then there's like little lights whizzing around on the inside and it makes a big humming noise. Yeah, I had one of them, that came back clear, so that was a bit mystifying. So word on the street is that I will be having an EEG scan, which is when they cover your head with like horrible gel stuff and put electrodes on and see what's going on there. So fingers crossed that will have some kind of answers. But yeah, I'd had 2 seizures, and I also had this weird episode last summer where I collapsed and went completely blank. Like I can't remember any of what happened, but my mum was just like, you were completely absent, like you didn't know what was happening and you weren't aware that you'd collapsed at all. You asked me what I was doing picking you up, and yeah, I ended up in an ambulance going to hospital for that one. So obviously things are not right upstairs, I think that much is clear, and I am just really keen to find out what's going on, to be honest. Yeah, it would be great to know. But next up, I am thinking I'm going to do my eyebrows. So I have 2 eyebrow products, but I'm going to only use one of them today, but both are cruelty free. This is the Illamasqua eyebrow gel in, I want to say Ore, yes it's the colour Ore. And that one I really like. You have to use it with a little brush, an angled brush, to get the full effect. But I tend to use that in the evening because it's quite a heavy product. But for daytime wear I use a very well loved Archery brow pencil by Soap and Glory. This is the blonde colour. I can get away with a brown colour as well, but I just fancied going with the blonde one this time. I'm going to let the cat out. So I'm going to use this on my eyebrows, and then I've got an eyebrow gel to go on top. So yeah, I am a little bit mystified as to what exactly is going on. It'd be quite nice to have some answers. But fingers crossed that will be what the EEG kind of explains. So yeah, so I'm now on, as well as my mental health medication, I am on some, what's it called, anti-seizure medication. So we will see how they go. Fingers crossed that means no more seizures for me, that would be great. I sped through my brows a little bit there for you because they're not particularly exciting, let's be real. But yeah, that is that. I am pretty much off for most of this week. I have one bit of client work to do this afternoon, but usually my 2 days in-house at a client's I have covered sick leave for now. So that means that I have this week to kind of get back in the groove of things, I suppose. I'm using Boy Brow in Blonde by Glossier. So yeah, so evidently I can't talk and do my brows at the same time, I've just discovered this. So yeah, so I have some time off this week, which should be good. So yeah, that's it on the health front really. Just waiting on answers. Right, the next bit I'm going to do is this little guy. This is the Zoeva Cocoa Blend eyeshadow palette, which I will open and show you just now. Looks a little something like this. It's a really beautiful array of fairly like naturally smoky shades. I tend to wear a smoky eye the majority of the time, and I think I'm going to do my favourite look from this palette, which is a very, very warm coppery look. So yeah, so I think so far everything I have used has been cruelty free. I'm looking at my stash and I think we're good. So yeah, what else can I tell you about really? I am going to New York this spring, health allowing, which I'm very, very much looking forward to. It will be the 3rd time that I have been. I went in the summer of 2016 while I did Camp America, and that was really fab. I'm not sure how much of that cut out, but I was just putting this in my crease and telling you that I'm going to New York and that California and New York are tied as my favourite places in the US. So yeah, very, very, very much looking forward to that. What am I going to do? So I'm just deciding makeup wise what's going to happen. I think I'm going to take that there and build up my outer corners a little bit. So any suggestions for what to do in the Williamsburg area would be great, although I imagine that we will be travelling to Manhattan and other bits of NYC as well. So yeah, that will be really, really good fun. I also have a hen do coming up in a location that I can't disclose just in case my bestie watches this. But that will be wonderful, I'm sure. I'm really, really looking forward to that. And yeah, I think that's all the upcoming travel that I have currently. So yeah, lots to look forward to. Like I say, provided that my mental health and my physical health, I suppose my brain counts as, like the actual, like, is epilepsy a mental health illness or a physical health? I feel like it's physical health. But anyway, as long as that plays ball, we should be golden. So I am going to put the colour Pure Ganache, which is this amazing copper colour on the end, across my lid. Can't remember what I was talking about because the camera cut out again. Very slick recording process this is shaping up to be today. So this bit onwards, I'm not really sure if things are cruelty free. This was given to me by a friend. It's the Rodale Glamour Lash Mascara XXL, which is a very, very volumizing mascara that I like quite a lot actually, but I have not checked out if it's cruelty free or not. I highly doubt it is vegan because most mascaras tend not to be, at least in my experience. But I'm gonna slap on, I'll probably do this in a few layers, so I'll put one layer on now and then come back to this. There we go. I have found a really cool looking website that does zero waste makeup, which I am very up for experimenting in. So I'm going to have a look and see what that is all about when this mascara runs out. And this is another non-cruelty free product. This is the Bobbi Brown Sunlight Gold Long Wear Cream Eyeshadow Stick, which I tend to use on my inner corners. So yeah, I'm never really sure about what is the right approach to go for when it comes to old non-cruelty free makeup, because it seems like a huge waste to throw it out, but then equally it's not very nice using things that aren't cruelty free when your stance on them has completely changed. So yeah, I don't really know if there is like an ideal solution or answer. Currently I am just using things up because, as I say, the thought of throwing them all away into the bin when they are all perfectly usable just doesn't sit right with me at all, and hygiene wise I don't really feel I can pass them on to anyone else. This is another non-cruelty free makeup thing. This is the Stila Convertible Colour in a shade I can't tell you because it has rubbed off. But I don't really have heaps of blushes. I think I've got a Milani blush that might be cruelty free. but I'm just trying to use this up. You can see I've used quite a bit of it already. So that is that, and then last of all, actually let's go with the Cruelty free lip because then I can tell you about it. I'm about to use the Glossy Generation G lipstick. This is the colour Like, and I have to say this just looks like my natural lip colour. It really isn't that different, so I can't rave hugely about this particular product because yeah, I'm just a bit baffled by it in all honesty. It's not the formula that I would particularly rush and rave and hurry to buy again. Yeah, I mean, can anyone see a difference? I can see a slight difference on my end, but I don't know if you guys would be able to. But I am more intrigued by the shades that are visibly different. So I think I want to say Zip is the red one and Jam is the berry colour. They look quite cool, so I wouldn't be surprised if I end up purchasing them. But they are meant to be reformulating the formulation of the Generation G lippies, so I think I'm going to hold off and see if they actually do that first. And there we have it. My makeup is all done and ready for an afternoon working at home. I hope that you guys enjoyed having a bit of a chat. If anyone has experience with epilepsy or seizures of any kind, please let me know. Also, if you have any cruelty-free mascara recommendations, I really like this Anatio one that I've used before that was brilliant, that I really liked. So yes, do let me know if there are any things that I used that weren't cruelty-free that you know of good alternatives. And yeah, I hope you're all having the best possible day. Thank you for sitting and watching. Take care, and I will see you again very, very soon.